Creating new habits. The cue, routine, reward is not quite enough to make a habit stick, though. There needs to be something else. A craving. When we start anticipating the reward, that's when the action will become a true habit. It will become automatic once the cue brings out a craving. Then you will be willing to do the routine in order to get the reward. When you wake up, the cue and instantly crave tea or coffee, you will be in the habit loop every morning. Think of some of your habit loops for eating, cleaning, etc. Think about your pets. Do they have certain kind of habit follow? My friend's dog has a habit of peeing outside, which is great. He wasn't always that way though. He used to pee all over the walls. My friend had to instill the habit in him of peeing outside. How did he do it? Following the habit loop. When he brought him outside the queue, he paid the routine and he gave him treat the reward. This didn't work after one time. He had to do it over and over time until he knew that when they went outside the queue, he might get a treat for paying. Once it is a habit, he started taking away the treat and the dog will keep peeing outside. He still give him the treat occasionally to reinforce the behavior, but that's a basic example of the habit loop at work. I hope you take this example in the right spirit. After all, we all are the same, isn't it? So, do you want to instill some new habits? The best way to do it is by trying it to an existing thing you do. For example, you want to start drinking water every morning when you wake up. Make your cue simply waking up. The cue is to drink the water. The reward is to feel good and be hydrated. I do this every morning completely on autopilot. I wake up and drink 2 glasses of water without even thinking about it. All you are doing is encroaching a new routine to existing queue. Now this is extremely simple example, but it works for an any other habits. Trying your new habit to an existing thing you do will make it much easier because you are building it into your existing daily routine. If you want to increase daily, make it a habit, right, to work out when you wake up in the morning, where when you get home from work. It will require willpower at first, but if you keep doing it constantly, it will just become a habit and you won't even have to drink about doing it. I was struggling to cultivate the habit of night brushing, but I was the habit of reading few pages in the bed before falling asleep. So I made a bookmark in the shape of a toothpaste brush. Now whenever I go to bed without brushing, I am reminded by my the bookmarks. Changing old habits can be beneficial, but they can also be detrimental. Think of some your bad habits. Think of the cue, the routine, and then the reward. In order to change the bad habits, you have to replace the routine. Keep the same cue and reward, but simply replace the routine. This is the most effective way to change a habit. This is why many smokers quite successfully by chewing nicotine gum. And the cue is the same, but instead of smoking a cigarette, the routine they chew gum as the new routine. The reward is still the same, nicotine. You are simply inserting a new routine into existing habit loop. I had a strong sweet tooth, almost addicted to sugar food. In the next part, tell you how I use authors either to deal with my sugar craving. Till then, happy reading and happy craving some good ideas and new habits. Bye bye. Ding 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 ding.